Okay, it is Dale from Beauty and Empty Nest, and by some popular request, I am going to walk through the current skincare products that I've been using, which of course is always open to change. However, I have to say that I've been using these for the past about 8 weeks or so, and my skin has finally settled down. I was having some really bad reactions from some other skincare products, and I feel like my skin has finally been the best that it has been for a long time. So I feel confident in sharing that these are working for me, at least right now. My skin type is, at the moment, really in that normalish range. So I'm the type that I'm very seasonal. During the summer, I get a little more oily, especially in the T-zone area. During the winter, I get a little more dry, especially around kind of the eyes here and sometimes some other areas, not as much in my forehead. I have been acne prone. Matter of fact, that's what I was breaking out quite a bit several months ago from some of the products that I was using. I do have some hyperpigmentation, and of course, what I want to say is fine lines, but unfortunately they have gone through the continuum from fine to being well, deeper and larger and much more noticeable, but that's okay. It's to be expected. So I did want to share what's been working for me, because I think some of these products need some extra kudos and merits, because they've really been doing some nice things for me. Not that it's going to work for everyone, but I'd also like to hear from other people to see what they've been using that have worked quite well. So without further ado, here goes. So I'm going to start first of all in the morning. So I typically shower in the morning, and one of the things that I like to cleanse my face with at first is a very mild type of exfoliant. So I have had a couple that I've used over the years. One of the ones that I've been using most frequently right now has been, I actually just bought another one because I ran out. It's right here. It's this Tarte Friction stick. So let me show you. I still have the packaging. So it looks like this. It's kind of cute, and inside here it looks like it's just like a gel, but actually it's got a little bit of exfoliant. So you kind of put it on your face, it's black, and you just rub it through in there, and this really does help. It's a nice gentle exfoliant. I don't feel like it beats up my skin, but it does kind of help get rid of some of those little extra flakiness and everything that typically you'll get even with normal kind of skin. So this in the shower. And then when I get out, I'm going to start with the morning and then show for the evening. I've been using a lot of Paula's Choice products, which have just been wonderful for my skin. So one of the first things that I'll do is I'll just use some makeup remover, some eye makeup remover, and I can usually use, and I really like just the generic one from Target. This is just the Up and Up eye makeup remover. Shake it up a little bit. I used to love the Neutrogena one, and something they must have changed it. It was like burning my eyes, whereas this one I never have a problem with. Just put on a little cotton pad, wipe off. I do this also at night, but it seems like sometimes you still have that residue, and I hate to start with raccoon eyes. So really easy eye makeup remover. Then I start digging into some of my skincare products. One of the first ones I use is this Paula's Choice. Is from the Resist line, and this is the Daily Pore-Refining Treatment 2% BHA. This, and it's supposed to be for pretty much all types of skins. So this is just a liquid. Kind of see from here. I pour it on a little cotton pad and move it. It really reminds me just of a toner, which someone can correct me and say this is a toner, and that's fine. All I know is I put this on a little cotton pad, kind of wipe it all over my face. I do this morning and the evening, but this is the next step after the cleansing part there. And then in the morning, I do usually typically take, and I didn't bring it with me, like a little Vaseline. I usually put it just around the corners of my eye here, and also a little bit on the corners of my mouth. One of my favorite lip balms I've also been using lately is from the Body Shop, and let me see what they actually call this. The Solid Oil Lips. It's the argan oil one. They have a couple different flavors, scents. I don't know what you call that. Just a little tub here. So I'll sometimes take them to this and just kind of pat it right in the area, very little, and right in the corners. This is where I tend to sometimes get a little dry, and sometimes right around the corner of my nose it feels that way, and always of course on my lips. After that, then I usually follow up with putting on a moisturizer, and the one that I use in the morning is again from Paula's Choice from the Resist line. It's the Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid. This is a broad spectrum SPF of 50. It is very liquidy, so I'll show you. It's you're gonna see I have a little swatch left on my hand here. You can see how liquidy it is. But it blends in, and it's mixing with some other makeup swatches, which is really making a very pretty color, but it blends right in. It's very light. It doesn't have, yeah, I was gonna say, I've never noticed a very strong scent from it or anything. Matter of fact, I'd be very surprised if there was a scent also, because the Paula's Choice products really, they're so reasonably priced is the other thing. And if you're interested at all, I would do some of the chats with them or hop on the phone with them, and they will help walk you through some different products that maybe are good for you to be able to try based on what you share with them. So they've been very, very helpful to me in the past. So this is my first moisturizer, and I say first because then I will follow up after that settles for a minute or two. Usually I'm kind of like going back and forth between, getting some different clothes on, doing different things that way. Then I go ahead and I put another layer of SPF, and I love this one. I wish I could remember it was another YouTuber who recommended it, and I love this. It's Australian Gold. It is the mineral lotion, non-greasy, and this is an SPF of 50. You get it on Amazon, very inexpensive. I think it's like between 12 and it's under $20, I want to believe, on Amazon. It has a slight tint to it, and I'll show you this. I'll put it on my other hand so we avoid that other. See, it has a slight tint to it, but when you blend it in with your skin, you really don't see that tint anymore. Now, I have gone through many, many, many SPFs and tinted moisturizers and different things, and they either leave my skin too greasy, or they're too heavy feeling, or they just don't feel like they ever absorb well. This one absorbs so well, and it just looks like skin. It doesn't leave it greasy, glowy. It doesn't make it look dry and pasty either. For me, this one has been fabulous. So I put an extra layer, so I kind of do 2 layers of SPF. I don't know whether it's any extra help or not, but I feel like I know that I'm at least making sure I have SPF. And again, I blend it down my neck as well too. So that is my morning routine. Now, let's fast forward to the evening. My favorite thing now as I'm cleansing, this is always that nice time of the day. I always say I'm going to get comfortable, which means taking my contact out, getting into some nice comfortable clothes, and washing my face, which even if my makeup doesn't feel heavy or anything, it's just that nice feeling like, okay, I can relax now, hopefully. So I do kind of a double cleanse, and I use this by Body Shop. It's the Chamomile Sumptuous Cleansing Butter. I use this to take my makeup off, and you can see it's just a solid kind of gel, kind of like the Clinique Take the Day Away. But this one works really. The Clinique one didn't work as well for me. I use this all over the face. I use it on the eyes too. It takes off waterproof mascara. It really is really wonderful. So I get that all on there, then I take a little washcloth and I wash all that off. Really does a beautiful job, and I love the little containers too. I've got several of these. And with these Body Shop products, remember that if you want to try any of them, try and catch when they have a sale. Many times they have like buy 3 get 3 free, or some kind of things like that. And with your Ebates you can get. So there's some times where you can get really good sales on these, because I'd say I go through about 1 of these a month or so. And they're easy for traveling too, because they're solid. So I just repot some in a smaller container and bring that with me. So that's my first cleanse to get the makeup off. And then I actually do more of a thorough cleansing with, and again, back to Paula's Choice. This is again from the Resist line. It's the Perfectly Balanced Foaming Cleanser. So this helps remove more of that makeup and really start preparing your skin for your other products. So it's a nice little gel. Let's see if I can get a little bit out here so you can see. Put on there, foams all up really nicely. It feels really good. It doesn't sting. It doesn't feel drying. It doesn't feel irritating. It just really feels like it gets your skin nice and clean, but it doesn't have that, that sometimes that feel, like that kind of feel after you sometimes use some cleansers. This just feels nice. Like my skin feels healthy after using that. I don't know how else to describe that, but just it has a really nice feel to it after it's done. Again, no kind of aroma or scent to it. After that, then I follow up. I go back to what I used in the morning, so the same Resist Daily Pore-Refining Treatment 2% BHA. Pour it on a cotton cube. Go ahead, cotton ball, cotton pad. Go ahead and wipe that all over my face. And then I dig in and I do use a Retin-A. I'm using the Retin-A Micro, which is 0.08%. So this is just prescription pump out there. So I use that all over my face also as well. I don't get it around my eye area. I know some people say that you can build up to doing that. I really don't. I just use it primarily around in these areas, my nose area and my forehead, to be able, especially for my hyperpigmentation here. So I put that all over. Then I go ahead and I put a little lash serum on. For a while I had pretty much lost my eyelashes, just totally lost them, and I've had this happen several times, and then they grow back and then they don't. But at one point I lost a whole bunch of my eyelashes and they weren't really coming back. So I went ahead and I've been using this Lavish Lash Eyelash and Brow Serum. I just paint it on top of my eyelash there every night. I don't use it in the morning, just at night, and it really has made a big difference. My eyelashes are finally come back. At that point, if I then move on to some moisturizers, and my moisturizer that I use at night is not the one with the SPF, although I could. It's, again, Paula's Choice, the Resist line. It's the Anti-Aging Clear Skin Hydrator. So just a little pump, which is always nice too, and move it all over. Now I do have to say that this doesn't have like that full creaminess, melt into your skin kind of feel like I know from some more luxurious moisturizers. So it doesn't feel like it's doing anything like some of those do, because you know when you put those on, your skin just feels. This doesn't have that impact, at least for my skin when I put it on, and yet it's definitely hydrating my skin because I've seen the impact of it. I'm not getting any of the dry patches, so it's definitely doing some good. It just doesn't have that kind of luxurious feel to it when you put it on your skin, but it's working. And then if I have any blemishes that I'm getting or anything, which fortunately, knock on wood, I haven't had now since I've switched to this line, but if I am, I use my little Marivesco, the drying lotion, you know, with a little Q-tip in there and dab it wherever I need to, and this really does take care of your acne really quickly. Even my cystic ones that I had several weeks ago does really help with it. So then the other extra that I will use maybe once a week or so is I do use a mask, and the one that I've been using, I really haven't been using any others, but it's by Origins, and it's this Original Skin Retexturizing Mask with Rose Clay. This is, I think, like my second or third tube that I've bought of this, and I put it on for the half an hour, then wash it off, and I really do notice a difference when it uses. My skin seems clearer, it seems healthier, more supple. The combination of all these products and this have really, really made a big difference, I think, in my skin right now. Whether this will last, and if you'd be one of those things that you ask me in another year from now or 6 months from now, whether these are all still working as well, I don't know. But they've been working for me at least for the past 3 months, and I've seen big differences in them. So I hope that's helpful. If you have questions about any of these, you have any other products to recommend, please let me know. But I did want to give a call out because I think that there's some of these really good products that maybe don't get enough attention, and I really did want to call them up. I mean, I have some real favorites here, and the Paula's Choice line has really, really been working well for me. So as before, if you like these kind of videos, let me know, and I'd be glad to try and film some others. I can do a travel one too and show you how I make these all fit in smaller containers and what I bring with me when I travel and I'm on the road. Please let me know if you want to have any of those kind of other videos. And please subscribe so that when I do upload videos, you're right there and you get it instantly. And also give this a thumbs up if this is the kind of video that you like. And I do want to do another quick little shout out. 1 second. If anyone's looking for any kind of good books to read, or if you have a teenager in the household, I do want to promote this one that I've recently read, Paying Sanctuaries. Really good. I'll leave the link down below. It really deals with really interesting issues that two slightly older teenagers are battling together in kind of in a supportive fashion. So anyway, just want to get a plug out for this book. So until next time, go ahead, leave some comments, some thoughts, some feedbacks, and see you next time.